Are Manchester United in secret talks with Ten Hag over a new contract? Are they trying to keep things under wraps with what is going on behind the scenes? Or are they just doing a professional job and just preparing things without anybody knowing? Also, what else is being kept a secret? Director of football? What Manchester United are looking for in the transfer market? It is very, very quiet. Is this the biggest sign of change at Manchester United when all the media and everyone else is just guessing and we just get to talk and laugh about what they're thinking and trying to make happen when it really isn't happening? Update on the ratification of Sir Jim Ratcliffe as well on the show tonight. Get your comments in. As always, we are live, guys, and don't forget, comment when the show has finished as well and give your opinions on everything we have discussed tonight. It's Forever United TV. I'm Adam. Welcome along, everybody. Let's get into the chat. Let's see how everybody is doing. Full day has passed since Manchester United's epic win against Aston Villa. Well, epic enough to get us excited. I've done a poll. I've made a mistake with the poll. I do apologise, guys. I just give you two options of yes and no. Asking the question, are you more confident now after February's results that Manchester United can make top four? Just say yes or no. You get what I mean anyway. But yes, I kind of writ that one out wrong. But hey, we move on and we're talking Ten Hag, Manchester United secret talks. Fabrizio Romano has been talking regarding Ten Hag. How they don't want, that is Manchester United, anyone to know what is going on behind the scenes. Yeah, that is how a big club should work. Try and keep things under wraps. You know what I'm thinking? With Ten Hag and Manchester United, I think this is just going to be one of them, bang, big decisions like Barada out of nowhere. Manchester United are going back to how we was in the old days, how we used to operate in terms of announcing things anyway. I talked earlier on today about there being no United way. Sir Jim is going to come in and do it his way. I feel like with the way that United have been run, there is definitely a certain way under Sir Alex Ferguson where we managed to keep things quiet enough and then announce them, bang. Well, everyone was caught off guard with Barada. Everyone, I feel, is going to get caught off guard when United announce Ten Hag contract extension, Ten Hag staying on, whoever the director of football is going to be. Everyone's going to be caught off guard. It's like the media are trying to say one thing, and honestly, I've got no bloody idea about what is going on in reality. They're just trying to dot the I's and cross the T's, figure out which pieces of the puzzle go where, and then try and figure out themselves where they think United are going to go after that. Because at that point, it becomes stuck, and Manchester United are not giving anything away right now. It is all hush, hush, secret talks. I mean, straight away, obviously, we know that Ten Hag's future all rests on the rest of this season and what Manchester United can get out of it. I think this is important. I think this is obviously a big sign that Manchester United are looking at the football operations rather than the purse strings and what we can and can't spend and what we can and can't save within Manchester United's financial budgets. It all should be based on football. It all should be based on results and performance and what Manchester United win. Winning this season from this point, I feel Ten Hag has got away with the first half of the season because of the chaos that was Manchester United and all over the place with everything. I mean, we're talking, obviously, the Jadon Sancho saga, the poor form, the horrendous defeats, the collapse in Europe, being beaten at home by Bournemouth 3-0. No disrespect, but 3-0 to Bournemouth at home. Out of the Carabao Cup in the second round, giving no defence to the trophy whatsoever and being mid-table. Now, 2024 has come. We had the announcement that Sir Jim Ratcliffe was coming in and we were just waiting for ratification on everything. Now Erik Ten Hag has managed to turn Manchester United around and got extremely lucky. You sometimes look at situations like this, and if Manchester United are in talks with Ten Hag for a new contract, you cannot not look at the fact that, wow, Eric, you got lucky. You got lucky. But moments like this are what sometimes make of the man as such. This could be that moment, that pivotal moment in Ten Hag's Manchester United career where it's like, there was no one there to replace him. There was no one there to make a call to get rid of him when he should have been sacked, according to a lot of people, through the bad results and how Manchester United's first half of the season went. He has got through it. He has rolled through the rough patch and has come out the other side and has got Manchester United somewhat back on track again. Definitely in touching distance, and they can see the bright lights and that £400 million extra shiny little beacon of hope in financial terms that is the Champions League. Now, that is everything, I feel. This whole thing depends on Erik Ten Hag getting this United team over the line. There's going to be some big games. I want to talk at the end of this show about the games coming up and ask you guys where you're at with them and how you see the rest of this season panning out. 5 minutes into the show, though, guys, I need you to start liking the video and start getting me up there on that like count. You know what it is. You have to beat the morning show. That is a rule. The morning show got over 200. So, guys, you have got a task and a half on your hands. Mods, get onto it. Everyone in the room right now needs to like the video. Let's see if we can get over 100 before we hit that 10-minute mark on the live stream, guys. But please, as always, make sure you get your comments in as well. That's the most important thing. We try to get this as a full interactive show when we go live in the evenings. There's more people and there's more people at home, and obviously our TV is absolute garbage, innit? Let's be honest, there's nothing on for you to watch. Who in their right mind wants to watch Chelsea against Crystal Palace tonight? Not me. I'm not going to lie, not me. It is the most dull-sounding football game you can imagine. It's two teams that just are completely irrelevant right now in the Premier League. I honestly mean that with no disrespect to either side. I feel like Chelsea are an embarrassment to the league right now. And I feel like Crystal Palace need to decide what to do with Roy Hodgson. Go one way or the other, because it's not working out well for you there. They're in desperate need of results. Chelsea just need to stay in the top half of the table. A complete and utter embarrassment. So there's better things to do and there's better things to talk about. And that is United and Erik Ten Hag going forward. Secret talks behind the scenes. Would this not be the best way to go about it, though? I've got no issue with this at all. If Manchester United were talking to Erik Ten Hag behind the scene, I mean, you don't even need a journalist. You don't even need anyone from the media to tell you that there could possibly be secret talks going on behind the scenes. This is what has to happen at a big club. This is what needs to happen at a big club. And for Manchester United, I feel like it is the biggest thing right now. It is getting back to how we used to run our ship, how we used to operate as a big club. It's like, we will tell you when we are ready. The leaks need to stop coming out of Manchester United. They really do. And that ultimately is going to come down to how it operates when Ineos do take charge. Now, just to update everybody on what was going on, Mike Keegan has come out today and said that it's now looking like Sir Jim Ratcliffe may not be ratified. So, again, this goes back to what we were saying a minute ago. I was saying that we were going to be looking at this week, possibly even last week, for the ratification and the confirmation of the 25/29% stake in Manchester United being cleared by the Premier League. But again, like I just said, the media, one story comes out, another one comes out, nobody knows. I'm happy about that. I'm loving the fact that the media are going from pillar to post right now, trying to figure out what is right and what is wrong. Manchester United have got everyone guessing again. And this is the beauty of it. This is like, we are in control. This is where Manchester United need to be. So if there is any talks going on behind the scenes, I've got no problem at all. No problem at all with this. I feel like this is how it should be. I feel like this is how Manchester United used to be. And I feel like this now is how Sir Jim Ratcliffe is going to be, and Ineos. And like I said, that announcement will come when no one's expecting it, like everything else. Now, the bigger news probably in all of this, yes, Ten Hag, obviously our manager, that is big news. But the other news is regarding the director of football. Are we going to get that announcement only when the ratification comes through? I cannot see it. I feel like Manchester United, there's no reason to hold out on this announcement. There's no reason to sort of delay it anyway. But I just feel like right now Manchester United are in a position where they need to look like we're just not relying on Sir Jim Ratcliffe coming in. That's where we need to be. That's where Manchester United have to be. And I just feel like, yeah, right now with Ineos and this announcement, I'm not really bothered if it comes before or after the director of football being announced. I think Manchester United just make this happen now. I think if we know we're going to be moving in a different direction anyway, then it doesn't take Ineos to come in. Or on the other hand, you could look at it and say, well, this is how powerful Ineos are. They don't want anything announcing. So maybe I mean, you can't even say that. I was going to say then maybe the Barada was something that United were working on all along. I can't see that because we were told that Sir David Brailsford was the one that instigated that. So if that is the case, and the biggest role at the football club has already been filled before the announcement of Ineos confirmed at Manchester United as sporting control, then we should be hearing about the director of football very soon as well. I just feel like it's dragged on a bit because United are going for a big gun. I feel like because Manchester United are looking at this and going, we need the best in class, it's taken a while to get this over the line. So we're all guessing, is it going to be someone that we don't expect? Is it going to be Ashworth? Is Mitchell going to be involved in any of the recruitment team that's hired? We don't know. But ultimately, you look at it and you go, well, as long as they get the right man, we're really not bothered about how long it takes. That's the important thing in all of this. 20 likes away from the 100 mark, guys. You are on a roll, but you missed the 10-minute mark. You letdowns. You big letdowns. Come on. Get on with it, people. Alistair Robertson, who has been a member for 3 months. What an absolute legend of a man. Would you, Adam, give Ten Hag a new deal now? No, I would not. I would not. Tonight, just, it's the perfect timing there, really. Alistair. Tonight, in the chat, it is question time, guys. Ask a question if you want. And I will answer it straight out. So anything you want to know, any question at all you want to post to me, get onto it and let me know. I will get into it. I'm going into the chat right now to see where you guys are. No new contracts for Erik Ten Hag. Can't take watching this style of football any longer, says Free Speech Studio. This style of football has got us on the brink of top 4 again. Is it not worth just seeing if he can see the season out and find something? Big up to you too, UK Strains. I'm yes confident, says DJ United. I know what you're going with that one there. Thanks for that little rub in. A bit early for talks, right? Well, talks, no. Talks take time, Alex. And I feel like we need to at least be having a conversation ready for that possibility of Ten Hag. I feel like behind the scenes, things can always be going on. Transfers should be going on right now. Negotiations should be happening behind the scenes. Everything needs to be put in place ready for Manchester United when we hit the summer. So I feel like talks definitely need to be happening. They really do. And if they are behind closed doors, fair enough. That's good. That's how United should be doing it. Alex also says, we watched Moyes, LVG and Jose. Erik Ten Hag isn't terrible style-wise. I think the only person we could actually see who actually had a style of football was LVG. That was quite clear. It wasn't the best, but at least we knew what he was doing. Spinbank 88, that is one weird YouTube name, that, isn't it? For what Ten Hag puts up with and for what he has had thrown at him in the last 19 months, he deserves an extra season or 2. Oh, extra 2 would be a contract extension, no. So are you happy for him to get a new deal is the question I pose back at you, my friend. What's your favourite United shirt of all time? Oh, 92 away. Lee Sharp, 6-2 at Highbury, I think it was. The Sharpie shuffle in the corner. The white and blue checkered sort of diagonal diamond shirt. That's my favourite one. Love Lee Sharp. Although I did love the dark blue and... So it was 91, 92. I did love the dark blue 92, 93. That run alongside... that run for 2 years alongside the... It was mixed in between the black Cantona, you know, the one with the yellow trimmings, and the green and gold. So, yeah, that was my favourite era for shirts by far. Although I did love the one, I have got the shirt as well with Cantona on the back. The blue and white one with all the players' names in it. I think that was a 96 shirt. So, yeah, they're my favourites. Alistair comes back with the chat saying, but would you let him get to the final year of his contract, though? Yes, I would. I would just let him play it out. No one is going to be knocking on United's door for Ten Hag, I don't think. Not a big club. Ten Hag isn't going any bigger than where he is now. I'm confident in saying that. I doubt that Ten Hag will ever get a bigger job than Manchester United. So he's not going to be looking elsewhere, I don't think. There's no one coming for him. I don't think any of the clubs, any of the big clubs, barring what? Bayern Munich possibly, if Tuchel goes, would be looking for a new manager. They wouldn't. I think we're safe with Ten Hag, and I feel like we're in a position where we don't need to be panicking and giving contracts too early. I would, as of now, if it carries on, he gets us into the top 4. Ten Hag keeps his job. That's it. He gets that year that he's already got. And Manchester United, I think, if I am correct on this one, I've got an option to extend by a further year. I cannot remember if that is dead right, so don't quote me on that one. But I think there is a chance that Manchester United have got Ten Hag to a triggered 1-year extension if they want to as well. So, yes, I think that might be a possibility also. 100 likes in the bag, 150's next. I'm not stopping, guys. I'm pushing you all the way past the 200 mark today. You need to do it. The morning crew already did it once today. You guys need to get pushing for that 200 like mark. Make sure you do give the video a like. Share the video as well, guys. Please, that is important. It all helps the channel. And so do them likes. It helps me create the best content for you guys. Like, shares, people subscribing. That is what it's all about. And it does make me feel good when you see more subscribers there who want to watch your content. That is everything. We have a donated membership in from the legend that is the Honest Tiger. Paul Neves has taken the membership. I think I've said that right. Hopefully, Paul. I'm sorry, and I do apologise if I got your surname wrong. But welcome to the members club. Legend of the channel now, mates. Welcome along to the rest of the FUTV army. Morning. Do you think with the right structure and squad, Erik Ten Hag would be successful? Yes, I do. I do think he has got something there that he is developing. He is improving. I think the structure would be the best in class above him, best in class youth system, and people buying the players for him, i.e. scouting the players out, drawing them down into maybe 3 or 4 options and letting a committee along with Ten Hag pick from them 4. That's how it needs to be. S-Bank, I'm just going to keep saying S-Bank 88 because I can't say that name every single time. But yeah, definitely, I think a lot of the problems are players. Not saying he doesn't do daft things, but with the right support, Ten Hag would create a quality squad. Graham's already tickling the like button, which is good to know, Graham. Well done. And thank you, my friend. Paul Naviz, as in leaves, maybe. I don't know. Check with him. I think that might be right. But, hey, names are all pronounced differently in everyone. There's some that I just get completely wrong all the time. But, hey, we're all here to make mistakes, and that's the beauty of live content as well. The Honest Tiger never sleeps, says Guest. No, he doesn't. He's always awake, always standing guard. What would it take for Erik Ten Hag for you to be on his side for a new deal? Sorry, say that again. What would it take for Erik Ten Hag for you to be on his side for a new deal? Right. So, what would it take for me to believe Ten Hag should get a new deal? Finish in the Champions League places this season. Then he gets next season, and then I need to see United comfortably in the Champions League next season again, while competing and getting to the last 8 of the Champions League and winning a trophy. Then he gets a new deal after next season. Needs to be continuous progression. Always continuous progression. I don't think we're ready to challenge for the title. I feel like maybe if we get things right straight away, then you could be looking at that maybe in possibly another, another 2 years down the line. Possibly we could get there. I think so. Richie Club Sport, Adam, checked Ten Hag stats, 62.5% win percentage, better than any other MUFC manager. Yes, that's because we don't have any draws, mate. That is it. We either get smashed or we win, scraping by with a win. His record stands up on stats above anyone else, but it's a different story in reality, isn't it? It's like the big defeats that we've had are what brings Ten Hag's stats down, what brings everyone's opinion of him down. If you just looked at it on paper, he looks fantastic. He really does. He looks like he's right up there with the best. Had a better start than what Jurgen Klopp did in his first couple of seasons. I think he's up there close to what Pep Guardiola had in his first couple of seasons. But the reality and what we're watching on the pitch is a completely different side to it. So I think that's what we have to bear in mind. I think the style of football, what we're watching, the eye test is the biggest the biggest thing, I feel, and you cannot ignore what you see. And sometimes you just think, I have no idea why he's picking this player. I've got no idea why we're playing so bad. I have no idea what direction we're going in. But that has turned around, and we are now, this stage of the season now, where we're at this last few games where we've picked up a bit of form, results-wise. I feel like we're in that stage where we was last season, when we were just finding the results. We were, as a team, we were compact, we were fighting for each other, and you knew we weren't going to go down without a fight. That was the stage last season. There was a couple of moments last season. Our best football last season was in the midst of the Europa League round of 32 against Barcelona. That was when Manchester United were playing at our best last season. We absolutely smashed Leicester 3-0 at home in that spell as well. We were playing some great football. It was a February time again. It was. Going to Leeds, winning 2-0, beating Leicester 3-0 in the midst of drawing and beating Barcelona. It was a great time. Obviously, after that, we got smashed 7-0 by bleeding Liverpool. So, yeah, we then came back from the Liverpool defeat, and I think we beat, what was it, Betis? We smashed them 4-1 at Old Trafford, so we bounced back from that. So that was our best time last season, and I think we're in that sort of, not quite in that vein of form yet. We're just in that hard to beat area right now, United, and we've got some players that are really starting to shine, and that's the level that we're at right now. There's still no style of football for me, because other teams are probably getting the better of us still, but we're stubborn and we're defending better and we're scoring goals. That's the difference. Maybe that can breed confidence and then bring a style of football out of us, but we'll see. We will see. Only 19 away from the 150 like mark, guys. Get your questions in as well in the chat, please, everybody. What do you guys reckon to Frimpong? Now, reports are coming out. It's been all over social media today. Obviously, Leverkusen are absolutely tearing it up, and Xabi Alonso is doing a great job over there in Germany. Embarrassed Barcelona at weekend. Frimpong is a playoff that I think Manchester United will be looking at in the summer. It's been confirmed we are looking at other right-backs. I think he is an option for us. He's playing well this season. He's a great attacking fullback, I would say that. He's dynamic, and a €40 million buyout clause. Now, we know the rumours that have been going around regarding what type of profile player United are looking for. We were talking last week about players in the last years of their contracts, players that of a certain age. Frimpong fits into all of this, but only because he's got that buyout clause. So United can trigger that and start negotiations. But guys, you tell me, what do you think of Frimpong? We've talked about it before, but I think it's come to light and more people are watching him now and paying attention to him simply because of how well Leverkusen are doing in the Bundesliga. Tearing it up, unbeaten, unbelievable form, and looking like a real outfit. You don't want to be coming up against them at the moment, but hey, let me know, is there anyone better out there that you would be looking at right now? Richie says that the upturn in performances is the Ineos influence. I strongly believe players no more slacking off and not trying. Could possibly be that. Anthony Wisdom, we need to back Erik Ten Hag until it becomes untenable for him to deserve to stay. What's the alternative? Not a lot to choose from at the moment. Exactly. I do believe that United have not made a move, deliberately made it clear that there's no one to make a move on Ten Hag and sack him because there's no one really out there to replace him. I feel like in the summer, if things don't go well from now until the end of the season, the last 14 games, then Manchester United will have their candidates. I think we will be looking at other managers, and I think we will make that decision. But if Ten Hag gets in the Champions League, stop looking. He's done his job from now. You can argue the absolute nightmare of the first part of the season. We shouldn't be in this position, yes. But he's got lucky, and you can only look from where you're at now forward. It's as simple as that. You're a supporter, and we need to get behind whoever's in that team, whoever's managing Manchester United from now until the end of the season. If he fails, we'll criticise him. If he don't play well in a game, we'll criticise him after the game. But it's pointless going on about it now when we're in the middle of a good run, because it does look like he's turned it around a bit. And you know what? Sometimes you look at moments like this, like I said earlier on, and maybe this is a case for actually sticking with a manager more because he can turn it around. There are them moments you can turn it around. I think West Ham are in this position right now with David Moyes. It's how you're looking at it. They had an unbeaten run before United, and then they've been smashed 6 and 3-0 in the space of a week. They're still 8th in the league, and they're still in Europe. But the West Ham fans are having a meltdown. Where are your expectations? They're like stuck. But David Moyes actually hasn't signed his new contract yet. So I think that is an example of sticking with a manager. It may not seem like it's going anywhere, but then it clicks and you move on again. You judge your season overall at the end of it, not in the middle of it. I feel like because of the run of games that we've had, and he's been given that chance to see how he sets off in 2024, see how he does, I feel like that has just saved him a little bit. Yes, I do believe there's an element of Ineos coming in, no one at United knowing what their roles are, no one to really take charge of the football club and make a big decision like that. And, of course, yes, no one else being really available right now. So I think Manchester United have played it right. And at the moment, it's looking like we're getting a lot of decisions right. We're not knee-jerk reacting. We're not buying players in January just for the sake of buying players. We got rid of a lot. We brought no one in. So what? The right player wasn't there. The right player wasn't there to actually help United. Some will say Ahmad will do a job for United. Some will say Mason Mount can do a job for United. That would be exactly the same as Manchester United bringing a player in the transfer window in January that wasn't good enough to go straight in the first team. So why the hell are we even bothering? Because we were never going to play them. You've got Antonet, you've got Ahmad, you bring Rashford off, he puts McTominay on. We don't need any other players right now unless they're going right into that first team and improving that first team. The squad players like McTominay, like Ahmad, like you could say Antonet, they can do a job here and there. And we've got other players like Mount coming back. That, for me, is the type of player you should have on the sideline ready to come in. If we're going to buy anyone and spend money, it has to be someone for the now. You cannot be wasting money on fringe players anymore. We've got enough of them. You look at the money that Manchester United have spent that we've got sat on the bench that you know is not going to get on that pitch. It's unbelievable. I'm going to get into that next. But guys, 2 likes away from the 150 mark. You have got a little bit of time to make up that 200. The morning show is winning, guys. Hang your heads in shame, is what I say. You should be beating the morning show. Okay, into the chat quickly. Daryl Hart says, the forwards weren't good again yesterday. Højlund on a graveyard shift as per usual. He's just pulling up trees, mate, with feeding off scraps. That is it for Daryl for Højlund right now, Daryl. You're right. He is in a graveyard shift. We need to do more. That ball from Dalot yesterday, that peach of a ball from Dalot, is exactly how Manchester United should be playing, especially when you bring McTominay on. You've got 2 players there who can head a ball, very well in McTominay and Højlund. It is an option for us. If we go, when we bring Rashford off, 2 up front, 2 target men. Get it out wide and cross the ball into the box. Pick up the seconds or win the first and score a goal like we did. Football is not difficult. It just doesn't look like we've had that plan. But yesterday it looked like we had a plan B. McTominay is a plan B. He is a squad player. And he did his job like he has done all season. You can't really argue with that. There's so much I want to say, but I'll give you guys your chance. We need a left back more than a right back. Yes. Amas is supposedly in contention for the Luton game. Can you believe it? How crazy is that? He's training with the first team right now. If Luke Shaw isn't available and Wan-Bissaka isn't fit, still, we are down to the bare bones. I would rather see Amas than Lindelof, I'm not going to lie. It's a bit of a baptism of fire and it's not really fair on the lad. But hey, I don't think he's going to have an issue playing for Manchester United alongside Varane and Maguire and Dalot. I don't think it's a problem for him. We will see. We will see. Well, Rashford's going to have to play a hell of a shift if someone like Amas is coming in support. It would be an absolute dream, wouldn't it? To see another academy player come through in the same season like Kobe has and like Garnacho did last season, Kambawala. It would be brilliant. It would just add to the momentum that we've got going right now. If you were to say to me right now, though, should we bring someone like Amas in? I say no. I don't think it's fair. I don't think he's ready. I may be proved wrong. If he's good enough, he's old enough. The old saying, but I think he'd play Lindelof there. I do. I think it would be. I think it'd hamper us, but I think he would play him there. The only United manager in the last 30 years who had control over a lengthy period during the 90 minutes was LVG. Even with Sir Alex Ferguson, it was really rare to control games. We came alive, known as Fergie time. Well, no, I kind of disagree with that one, Red Devil haters. We did have control of a lot of games under Sir Alex Ferguson simply because we were putting teams under pressure. We were always on the front foot. We were never on the back foot with Sir Alex Ferguson. There was special occasions where Ferguson would go very defensive and make it difficult for teams. But the majority of the time, we was always on the front foot with Sir Alex, and we was always taking the game to teams. And I thought that was an element of control. United Spotlight. Madhouse, you're right. We do need a left back more than a right back. We need to sort our wingers out first. Garnacho and Rashford couldn't get an assist to save their lives. I mean, Garnacho, I'm not letting people slag him off. I thought he was good yesterday. He just didn't have the finish. I thought his decision-making was right yesterday. Again, he just didn't have the finish. The 2 times when he had the opportunity to cut him because there was no overlap, he did, and he shot a tame one and one that went just past the post. It could have been a different outcome for Garnacho if he connected with them. Fine margins, if buts and maybes, yes or no, but he got himself in the right positions, which is key yesterday. General Foodie says, subscribe, guys. We're on the road to 38k. We're almost there, guys. Almost 100 and odd away from 38,000 subscribers. We are killing it. And please do give the video a like. Also, guys, I am pushing our SofaScore partnership today. Please do download the app. The QR code is right there in the bottom corner. They are our official partners and sponsors for the channel. It helps the channel if you guys download it. If you cannot scan the QR code from what you're watching on, whether it be your phone already or your tablet, then just drop down into the description. The link is there on SofaScore. All you have to do is download it. It's free. It is the best sports app out there. Football content, up to date, the fastest up to date football content out there for a app. Trust me, it is the best. And just you guys downloading it helps the channel. It's fantastic that they are partners with us. And it's a pleasure to have them on board. So please do. Let's just see what else we've got in the chat right now, because I want to get on to the next section. We have a new member. Welcome to the Members Club, Chad Ferrand. Thank you, my friend. Absolute pleasure. You unbelievable legend of the show. Unbelievable legend. Does that sound right? You absolute legend of the show. Let's say that's a bit better, isn't it? But thank you again. The join button is also underneath the screen, guys. If you wanted to contribute that way by becoming a member, it's just below the screen where you can press join. It's next to the subscribe button. And also, there is a link in the description as well to become a member. So do check that out. Also, Anthony Wisdom says, there are starters and bench players. Scott gives us a threat when called upon, but that's what he is. He's not a first 11 player for Manchester United. I agree with that, Scott. You are echoing my words from today and yesterday, mate. But yeah, in total agreement. And 20 likes away from 200. You're getting there, guys. You're almost there. Keep liking the video, people. We're almost at the 200 mark. Adam McCormack says, I've changed my tune on McTominay after yesterday. Still don't think he's a starter, but I'm happy for him to stay if he's happy being a super sub. I think he is happy. One thing about McTominay is he's not on massive wages, and I do believe he knows his role at the football club. He understands Manchester United, and right now, knowing how he speaks, knowing how he talks, how highly he is thought of by the football club, with this many youth players coming through, Scott McTominay is a perfect guy to have around the dressing room. Would you want these youth players coming through now talking to McTominay or Rashford? Tell me that. You know how level-headed Scott McTominay is. He knows the club. He is a Manchester man, Manchester United man through and through. Supporter of the football club. He's been here all his life. He knows what's happening with these younger players now and what it takes and the pressures of making that change from youth player from the academy into the first team. He's a great person to have around. And when he's contributing like he is, it's a no-brainer you keep him. I don't think anyone's going to come up with 40 million. United would seriously have to consider a bid for 40 million, no, for Scott McTominay. They would. I think that would test United's resolve. Personally, though, I don't think he's anywhere near the out list right now. Definitely not. Not the way he's played this season. He's playing like a £40 million player. I'll give him that. I'll definitely give him that. 7 likes away from the 200 mark. Keep it up, guys. You're almost there. I talked about transfers and Ten Hag's contract, him falling into line. It would be a good idea to get Erik Ten Hag negotiated into a new contract, because in that new contract, you would have that veto completely scrapped. The veto would have to go. So there is a plus to Ten Hag having contract negotiations as well, because he would then be negotiating a contract under Ineos' terms. Now, that changes the whole outlook for Erik Ten Hag again. And that would be him, I think, succumbing to the new changes and his new role as a manager, and like what power he would have at the football club. This January alone, when I was just talking then about squad players coming into Manchester United, you've got Ahmad and Anthony there, and Scott McTominay there. You've got Facundo Pellistri there, who's gone out on loan right now. You look at what we paid for Facundo Pellistri, I think it was 17 million. Ahmad was 30 million. Anthony, 85 million. These players aren't getting anywhere near the team. Mason Mount, 50 million. You're talking quarter of a billion sat on the bench at Manchester United who can't get near the first team. So when Ten Hag was asking for a more squad depth or another striker, I'm not surprised United told him where to go, because there's no chance you're getting him into this team. He's not going to pick him in this team. You know he's not. No one's getting ahead of Garnacho. No one's getting ahead of Højlund. And it's quite clear he is always going to put Marcus Rashford in that first team. It's always going to be that way with Ten Hag. There's nothing we can do about it. And I just feel like the club have made the right decision. And it comes back to me, again, like what I said a few minutes ago, that Manchester United are actually acting the right way. We actually saved money in January. We actually balanced the books a little bit better. So that, for me, is the biggest positive out of all of this. That we are actually looking at not jumping the gun, not committing money that we don't need to commit to certain players, because they're not going to do anything for us. They're not going to play. We've got 14 games left to play. Without the FA Cup, yes, an extra 4 games, I think, from now for the FA Cup. Maximum 18 games to go. We've got plenty of squad depth for that. I really do think we should be looking at players that are either going to come straight into the first team or save our money and wait until the summer. And that's what United have done. And credit to United for doing it. TJ UK... Why would anyone block me from this chat? Been watching Adam for years. Contact you direct, Adam. You have some rogue mods in here, bro. What is going on with you lot arguing again? Right, calm down and play along nice, please, everybody. There are certain things that people can and can't say. But yes, please be careful as well and just understand certain situations is all I'm saying. But... I'm sure you guys can sort it out. You are a great crowd, and obviously this is the best community on YouTube. So, hey, I expect you all to play nice and get along. Let's just say that. We have just passed the 200 like mark, guys. Well done, you lot. Amazing stuff again. Absolutely brilliant. Let me just see what else we've got in the chat now, because I did say, and I did promise that you guys... could have your say towards the back end of the show, which is just coming to the end of now. Please smash a like, gets us to 250 next. You can try it, guys. You're coming to the end. You're pushing it. Adam, how good is Harry Amas? Your opinion, please. We don't know yet, mate. He's fantastic in the under-18s. Absolutely brilliant. Part of an unbeaten team this year. 14 wins and 1 draw. First points we dropped all season was at Derby at weekend, actually. But yeah, he is a fantastic player at that level. Obviously, there's the step up. Can he make it? That's where I would say not yet in terms of bringing him through to the first team. But if he comes through and he does well, fantastic. I want him. I want him. I love it when youth players come through. I just feel like we've got plenty of defenders and we don't really need to be rushing anyone in. Although if you was offering me him over Lindelof, I'd have any left back over Lindelof. I just don't think he plays well there at all at left back. He's not suited to the role at all, and you seen where the danger was coming from yesterday for Villa, down that right hand side for them, where Lindelof They targeted him. That's fair enough. I can't really argue with that. That's just tactics. But, hey, look at it this way. Would you rather have a natural left-back playing there or a centre-back who isn't even that good in his centre-back position? Let's be honest. Yes. What else have we got in the chat? Come on, guys. Get your questions in now. This is your last chance. We are finishing up very shortly on the show. I just want to say a massive thank you to everyone again tonight for joining us. I know there's not much to talk about at the moment, but we make our own shows on this channel. That's what it's all about. So, yes. And do drop down onto the YouTube page, onto the channel page. Check out all the other content. There are some pre-recorded stuff there, especially the one around Old Trafford that we've just done. That's the sort of content you guys are going to be seeing more of coming up as well, as a bit of a mix with a couple of different live shows as well. So, yeah, go and have a look at that. Neil Cambridge says, there's been a loss of value of journeyman football. I think John O'Shea, someone who is capable but not a star. Importantly, knows it and knows their value equally to the team. That is pretty much something what Scott McTominay is. I agree with that, definitely. And I feel like that's what Manchester United have there in Scott McTominay. I think they need to, for me, are you going to be able to replace Scott McTominay with another player that's going to do that? That's the question I will ask before you get rid of Scott McTominay. Tomorrow is Pancake Day. What's your favourite topping? Ooh, maple syrup and bacon. That's it. It's got to be the go-to, hasn't it? What is your pancake topping, guys? What's your favourite one? Get your comments in right now. Let's finish up on favourite pancake topping. What a great question. Gareth there knows how to get me going, talking about food. Everyone in the comment section right now, what is your favourite pancake topping? Fun question. Kaz, in a Women Cup final or United in a cup final, who would you watch? That question didn't get asked. I'm ignoring that because I know she's watching right now. So, get back to the pancakes quick. Back to the pancakes. Tiger, seriously, why are you throwing me under the bus like that, man? You can't do that. If you weren't so amazing, mate, I'd be going in on you right now. But yeah, you literally threw me under there. And he says he don't like pancakes. Well, it's tough. We're dealing with pancakes right now. Lemon and sugar on pancakes. Lemon and sugar, syrup, chocolate spread and bananas. Lemon and sugar, sugar and lemon. No, I don't like the lemon and sugar. I don't. It's boring. Sugar and lemon is a winner. No, it's not, Kaz. It's not. It's bacon and maple syrup. That's what it should be. It needs to be more meaty. Adam, come the end of the season, and if we end up 5th spots and require City to win the Champions League for us to qualify next season, Champions League, would you do it? No, it doesn't matter. We just have to finish 5th, mate. There'll be 5 teams in the Premier League going into Europe. So it all comes down to the cohesion, as in how well English teams do in Europe from now on. If they do well, England and the Premier League get a 5th spot anyway. So it won't matter if City were going to win it. If it was a question of City winning it and we didn't have this 5th spot because of that, then I'm off. I always look at it and I always say, look, first things first, it's United and whatever's better for United. Don't think about anyone else. It's hard to take, it really is, I know. But we can't do anything about anyone else. We can do everything about our own team. Got to be Nutella, lemon, honey and cinnamon, says Shankar. Another pancake. Yeah. Oh, let's stack them up. Let's see. How many? What's your best count of pancakes as well? How many have you had at once? Nutella, Marmite, Madhouse. No. For Pancake Day, it has to be traditional. No, Kaz, wrong again. Dobby, Scott's not leaving unless he pushes it. He's loved by Eric Ten Hag and the staff. He would leave if someone came in with a stupid bid, Graham, but they're not going to. They're not going to. Scott's going nowhere. About a person who said Marmite. Yeah, I think I might, Alistair. No, I'm only joking. Everyone, each to their own, but Marmite is going nowhere near my pancakes. Adam, you chicken. Kaz will ask after After the show, beware. Yes, she will ask after the show. She will. But she knows I go to her final. She does. I'd live stream from Kazu's final, watching United on something. So that's what it would be. But guys, yes, I've got a couple of announcements I'm going to be making hopefully by the end of the month regarding content and something coming up. So stay tuned for that. But that is the end of the show tonight, guys. Thank you for joining us. Brilliant as always. Comments on point. New members as well tonight. We had a couple of them. Thank you so much, you legends. We are out of here for now, though, guys. Have a great evening. I will see you all tomorrow. 12 o'clock. As always, I might be outside. I don't know. We'll see how it feels, see how it sort of pans out. But hey, let's make it happen either way. And I will see you all then. But make sure you give the video a like on your way out. Subscribe if you're tuning for the first time. I'm Adam, and this is Forever United TV. And let's go.